what we are going to do now is that each one of our classroom coaches will talk about their classroom briefly in 30 seconds. So I hope they are not too stressed. And I guess they'll give you the best of what they can. And be sure you listen to them.
Yeah, just before going through all the classrooms, we can talk about how you will be able to register. Don't be worried by what I told this morning. You will have a room at a classroom, so maybe not your first pick, but we have room for everyone, so don't be worried about that. I was maybe not too clear this morning. So the process is going to be after this session. That's going to be short if I'm not too chatty. You'll be able to register at the front desk. Don't go there too early, or like if there's a queue, come back later. And you'll be able to register with an hostess there. And let's go through the classrooms, if you will. You have the clicker?
Yeah, so first one.
Yeah, 7 classrooms.
Yeah. Okay, so we just talked about Eric Swift. My classroom is going to show you at a beginner level what you can do with Eric Swift. It's mostly targeted to people who didn't understand anything when they first approached RX or who want to get into it. We are going to make a very simple application using some of the examples I showed in my talk. And I will be able to help you and run you through the basic processes and explain things in a deeper way than I could do in my talk.
Okay. Then we have
Next up, accessibility.
accessibility with Ahmad.
Hello everybody, my name is Ahmad and I work for the NGO Jackset. I will present the workshop about accessibility for mobile applications, the main APIs, the best practices, because accessibility is an aspect of application which most of the time is not taken into account by developers, but it's a very important aspect because by implementing and optimizing the accessibility of your application, you increase your user base, you develop application which is useful for everybody, and it's our part in order to make the world more inclusive. Thank you.
Oh, just one word about the slides. Make sure to read the requirements part of the slide. If you plan to attend any classroom, just make sure you have your Mac with you, you have Xcode, the version that is written on the slide, and all that is written under the requirements. Maybe we can just go back for a sec on the first one. Okay. So for Eric Swift, you'll need Xcode 8. Okay, next stop is going to be Detres.
So my classroom is an introduction to Detres. I'm going to show you how to use Detres as a standalone tool and a command line, and how to customize the instruments application. So the slide mentions El Captain and Xcode 7. Actually, most of the session will happen in the terminal, so the system version and Xcode version don't really matter, but there is one experiment that requires instrument 7.
Yeah, so don't forget to install the terminal. Next up, core data. Okay. Yeah.
Correction to the slide. Hello, my name's Abiza. If you just haven't used core data before, or you haven't used it in a while and just want to come and see what's new about it, come along to my talk. It is sort of beginner-ish level, and you do need Xcode 8, and we'll be using Swift 3, or just come and talk to me later.
Next up, we have... Okay. Live sliding. Like, this guy is going to share his slide with some people.
I think it's
okay, there we go. Oh. So who's next? The next stop is Hugues.
So yeah, my talk gonna be like, as I say, I work in we do connected object at my company, and so I will introduce whoever want to be introduced to Bluetooth Low Energy. And it's fairly beginner, but if you have also things a bit more advanced and you know it, you might catch something and we can exchange. It's better if you have Xcode 7.3, Xcode 8, you haven't been updated. But we will also work with 7.3. It's just, in Xcode 8, it's only 3, and so I would love if everybody has the same thing. That would be better. And another requirement is you have to download an iPhone app called Light Blue. You can re-ask me what is the name or whatever if you haven't really caught it, because it will allow you to simulate a Bluetooth device. So I hope it's cool.
That's the good. I mean, that's the idea around the classrooms, is that we organize those classrooms so that you're sure that you can have some kind of tailored, custom-tailored experience, so that you can ask the questions you need. It's really the good moment to ask to those guys who are kind of really specialists of those domains. And yeah, that's.
And the app is only $19, and I made it, so don't worry about it.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Marius.
Wow.
That's already everything I will say in French, so no worries. I'm working for Realm, the mobile database, a replacement for Core Data and SQLite. So if you're already over Core Data and don't want to check out that together with Abi, you can come to me and learn more about Realm.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah, let's see how that works out. And yeah, in the first part, we are going to explore together how Realm works under the hood to gain a deeper understanding and get everyone on the same level. And in the second part, we will work on an iOS application in Swift and use Realm in a very reactive way, just Realm alone without any additional reactive framework. And we'll get to know some of its very specific features other mobile databases can't offer.
Okay, next up is the server-side Swifts with Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Bailey. I'll be talking later today about building server-side applications in Swift. Come along tomorrow with a Mac with Xcode 8 and Swift 3 and nothing else. We'll get you building your first server application. You don't need to have ever tried this before. You'll go from 0 to a fully deployed application in probably the first 5 minutes, and then we'll spend the next hour working on customizing it and doing more difficult things.
Nice. Next up is the subscription time and the food. So again, you can split, no need to rush on the subscriptions. You can, from now, go upstairs at the first floor. You will have the buffet served. If everything went well. And we meet here at 1:20, if I'm not mistaken. So enjoy your time with people and with food and with red wine. And you have something to add?
Yeah, so just to remind, registrations are on the ground floor and food is on the first floor. Okay.